Tampa, Florida, elevated start, round one, here we go. Kelvin Raymer, time flies. Pablo Huffaker and Blacksmith, first official racing event for all these Racesource chassis. We've got a good one, Huffaker a little bit wide, and Kelvin Raymer, and time flies. Over he goes, takes a tumble at the end, but he gets the win in the first Racesource race of round number one. Up next, Dustin Brown and Ninja Blade, and Chris Bergeron and Brutus. Again, these will be all Racesource chassis except for two, which we'll see at the end of this round. Dustin Brown tries to cut it tight, but he might have cut it a little bit too tight. Over he goes. Oh man, and that might have cost him. And it did. Chris Bergeron and Brutus gets the win. Up next, Berto Trevino in Monster Mutt Rottweiler, and Paul Cohen in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I don't know what's going on with my voice already, folks. One of them weeks, I guess. But nonetheless, they both go slightly wide, and Paul Cohen is going to get the win in this creature battle. Over goes Berto Trevino in the Rottweiler, and the Turtle moves on. Up next, Darren Basil in El Matador, and Phil Foster in Tropical Thunder. And yes, freestyle will be returning after the racing of this event here. Just couldn't do it in Bloomsburg, but we got a good Ford versus Chevy battle here. Basil clips the dirt mound there a little bit, but it looks like he still holds on to it and gets the win. El Matador moves on. Up next, Buster Guffey in the Eliminator, and Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger. Our old pal Buster Guffey, the man of many machines. I have a die cast of this Eliminator. He's got a tough opponent, the Icon, but he's up to the challenge. Oh my goodness! What a monumental upset for the Eliminator. Buster Guffey gets it done, and he's moving on. Wow! Up next, Joe Foley and Axe, and Alex Blackwell and Wolverine. Joe Foley, a fantastic driver. Alex Blackwell running the Hot Wheels Wolverine on his Racesource chassis. And here they come around the turn, and it's a very good race. Great turns by those two. We'll see who gets it. It's a close one at the end. And the win goes to Joe Foley and Axe. Up next, Kevin Crocker and Backwards Bob, and David Smith and King Crutch. I don't know if we've seen Backwards Bob in an official racing competition or not. I don't think we have. But we are now. A great opponent in David Smith, and it's another good race. Two more really good runs for these two. We'll see who it is at the line, and it is Backwards Bob. Kevin Crocker moves on. Up next, Gary Porter and Carolina Crusher, and Fred Shafer and Bearfoot. The only two non-Racesource trucks. Our defending champion Bearfoot facing another in-house chassis, Gary Porter and Carolina Crusher. Legendary battle, and it is a good one. Porter into the wall, and over he goes, and the truck bursts into flames. Bearfoot gets the win, but we have got yet another fire on an in-house chassis. Here comes the fire rescue team. Remember, this happened to Fred Shafer in one of our earlier shows in that in-house Bearfoot, and now it happens against the in-house Bearfoot to another in-house truck, Gary Porter and Carolina Crusher. The smoke is still coming out, but it looks like the flames are extinguished, and Gary Porter is okay. So nice job for the safety crew once again. And now we can get back racing. Kelvin Raymer, time flies. Paul Cohen, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. The safety team has got everything cleared up. They do a great job. And we're back to racing in no time. And time flies, gets another one. Kelvin Raymer, oh my! A wild ride for Paul Cohen in the Turtle. Takes a tumble there, but Kelvin Raymer moves on. Up next, Darren Basil and El Matador, and Chris Bergeron and Brutus. Fantastic trucks and drivers. This should be another good race. Brutus hit the wall there. Bergeron clipped the wall with the rear wheels, and that might have cost him. Darren Basil, El Matador. Over he goes. He's on his lead, but El Matador is going to the semifinals. Up next, Kevin Crocker and Backwards Bob and Buster Guffey and the Eliminator. Another great matchup. Buster Guffey had a huge upset in round number 1 over Gravedigger, and we've got another good race. And it looks like it's gonna be the Eliminator. Oh my! Once again, Buster Guffey is going to the semifinals. Wow! Up next, Joe Foley and Axe, and Fred Shafer and Bearfoot. Joe Foley against the defending champion Bearfoot. Who's it gonna be? Here they come around the turn. We've got another good one. And it's a close one at the line. They're both in trouble. Over they go. My goodness. And Bearfoot gets the win as he's upside down. Semi-finals time. Kelvin Raymer and Time Flies and Buster Guffey in the Eliminator. Somehow these last races got deleted somehow out of the original recording, so I'm redoing them. There will not be any names getting typed out though, because ain't nobody got time for that. But Time Flies into the finals as Kelvin Raymer takes another wild ride, but he has got that thing running good and he is going to the finals. Up next, Darren Basil and El Matador and Fred Shafer and Bearfoot. Will it be an all Racesource finals, or will Fred Shafer take the in-house Bearfoot to its second straight finals? We've got a good one, but it looks like the Ford is gonna get it done. Darren Basil and El Matador takes out the defending champ, and he's going to the finals. The finals are set. Darren Basil, El Matador, Kelvin Raymer, Time Flies, all Racesource in the finals here in Tampa. Who's it gonna be? They both glide around the turn. These two have been fantastic, and it is gonna be the big Ford getting the win. Darren Basil and El Matador has done it. What a competition. The big Ford. Darren Basil has done it, and El Matador, first ever Racesource champion. And he earns the victory out here in Tampa. Fantastic driving from all these competitors as always, but Darren Basil stands tall in El Matador and gets the win. Again, I don't know what's up with my voice, but it always happens. But we will see you for some freestyle here in Tampa our next time out, folks. Congratulations to Darren Basil and El Matador. Enjoy the rest of his freestyle celebration. Until then, we will see you next time with some more monster truck action. So long, everybody.